This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
We have a weather impact alert. We are tracking storms tonight all the way through July 4th holiday. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Strong winds, heavy rain, and flash flooding all possible through tomorrow night. Meteorologist Jim Castillo joins us now with more on what we're seeing during this weather impact alert.
Yes, this continues through tomorrow, and this is exactly why. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning impacting Perry County, Missouri. So it's Perryville with frequent lightning and very heavy rain right now, and some wind gusts possible as high as 60 miles an hour. That warning continues till 5:30 all the way through Apple Creek, and it's moving more southeast at about 25 miles an hour and should move out of the viewing area. But boy, some really heavy rain down there. Just to the north, though, some lighter showers, maybe a rumble of thunder from Festus all the way through Olympian Village and into Waterloo. So no big problems with that. But we are watching our southern counties through about 7 p.m. for that chance of seeing some severe weather. Strong wind and heavy rain, the biggest threats on that. Have several ways to get warnings. And then overnight, we have all of us, pretty much from St. Louis westward, southward, and southeastward, a flood watch for the potential of flash flooding. Starts up at 7 p.m. and goes all the way through the 4th of July, really during the overnight hours into the 5th. So shower thunderstorms again in the area. We had that this morning and flash flooding. And look at these totals for rainfall. From Warrenton, 3.65 inches, Wentzville, 3.5 inches there. More on our forecast and the timing on these storms coming up.
All right, Jim, and you can get our forecast anytime on your phone. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355.
St. Louis Public Schools launching a new emergency transportation plan. Last night, the school board voted to move forward with sweeping changes after their bus contract ended earlier this year. Our Justina Cornell sat down with the district superintendent, and she joins us live now from the district office. Justina.
Well, that plan will begin this upcoming school year, 2024 to 2025, and it will stay in place for the entire year. Now, the district is pivoting to this plan after their last bus contract ended early. A consultant came in and recommended the district to eliminate 70 bus routes and stagger the start and end times for the school day. And the district will use vans where they have fewer students, and high schoolers will be asked to ride the Metro. 1,000 students are Metro eligible. Superintendent Dr. Keisha Scarlett said this may include both the bus and MetroLink. Now, we've covered several crimes on the Metro, and Dr. Scarlett said that's a matter they take seriously.
As we're thinking about safety for Metro, the conversations with Bi-State have been around what type of security can be provided, how might we invest in ensuring that we have the level of security on those buses, even beyond what typical ridership would be.
Now, for future plans, the district plans to have more than one bus provider. They actually plan to have 2 or 3. Now, we know St. Louis Public Schools isn't the only one facing this issue. This is a nationwide problem where there is a driver bus shortage. Reporting live, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
It's been 1 week since the ground opened in Alton and swallowed part of a soccer field. The hole caused by mine subsidence has shuttered the more than 700-acre park. And part of that park is a complex of baseball diamonds that the Alton River Dragons, a prospect league of baseball team, calls home. Tracy Henson talked to the manager about what measures they're taking to finish out their season. Tracy.
Well, Kelly, on days like today, it means canceling a doubleheader because their temporary location doesn't have tarps for the infield. Lloyd Hopkins Field has tarps, lights, and quick draining turf. All the things a summer college prospect team needs for a successful season. Due to safety concerns following the collapse on the soccer field, all of Gordon F. Moore Park is closed, including the River Dragons Field, community golf course next door, sports courts, playgrounds, and walking trails. The River Dragons general manager, Dallas Mart, says he understands the decision to keep the park shuttered.
Really, at the end of the day, we're glad we're just talking about having to shuffle baseball games around, considering that there could have been soccer players out there that morning. We consider ourselves very lucky where we're just trying to find a baseball field to play on.
I did reach out to the Alton mayor's office a few times today. No one was available for comment. Mayor Goins did release a statement yesterday saying he is working with New Frontier Materials and MSHA to make sure the park is safe before it reopens.
The 4th of July calls for celebrations and holiday fun, but St. Louis police want to remind you that safety is still the first priority, and they are warning of possible protests. Police say If you see someone carrying PVC pipes, which were used by pro-Palestinian protesters at the Grand Pride Parade on Sunday, you should call 911 immediately. If protesters interrupt the parade, police will give them a warning, and then they say they will remove them if they don't move. Also ahead of tomorrow's celebrations, officials reminding you to leave the fireworks up to the professionals.
St. Louis Police Department has already made a couple arrests regarding people selling fireworks out of private vehicles, out of vans, out of trucks. So they've provided a tremendous help to the fire department trying to reduce injuries and also reduce fires.
And if you do plan on taking part in 4th of July fun, there will be plenty of events downtown. We mentioned America's Birthday Parade set to kick off at 10 tomorrow morning. It will include floats, dancers, and marching bands. And the Celebrate St. Louis July 4th Festival continues all day on the riverfront. A fireworks show will wrap up the festivities at the end of the night, and organizers are hopeful the weather cooperates.
We are a rain or shine event, and like I said, we're hoping for more shine than rain. But we're constantly monitoring the weather situation, and we'll be able to make adjustments to the day as needed.
Fireworks are set to begin around 9:40 tomorrow night. To stay updated on any celebrations that may be delayed or canceled because of the weather, just text the word fireworks to 314-425-5355.
AAA says more than 60 million people will take road trips over the next few days, and millions more are expected to fly to their holiday destination. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer was at St. Louis Lambert International Airport today, talking to people who got a head start on their Independence Day trip.
If you're rolling through the airport to hit the skies, be prepared for the long lines. Travelers at St. Louis Lambert International Airport are going far and wide to hop on jets for Independence Day weekend.
Tell me where you're going, though.
We're going to Maine,
Atlanta, Oklahoma,
Frisco, Texas, New Orleans.
They're going for a variety of reasons.
For SLPS.
Going to see our grandkids and our son and his wife.
Back home for the holidays.
Our oldest granddaughter is going to be 11 years old on the 4th of July.
And they're spending a variety of prices on the flights.
We talked to dozens of travelers Wednesday who say they paid a variety of prices for their flights, including as low as $20 with airline points and as high as $600, while AAA says the average price for this holiday weekend for domestic flights is $800 round trip.
The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, expects to screen more than 28 million people nationally between Friday, June 28th through Monday, July 8th. Which is a 5% increase over last year's Independence Day holiday. If you're driving, AAA predicts that nearly 61 million Americans will be traveling by car, which is more than 2.8 million more travelers than last year. Road trips could take you about 67% longer than normal. Regardless of what type of transportation you take, there's a few things you should remember.
Always try to get an early flight.
Pack electronics, bring your patience, just relax and roll with it.
Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
The TSA expects nearly 150,000 people to travel through Lambert through next Tuesday.
Disaster continues to strike as Hurricane Beryl makes its way west. The steps Jamaica took ahead of the storm.
The White House shutting down rumors about President Biden, what it says really led to that disappointing debate night.
Planning a picnic, some tips on how you can enjoy the warm weather while keeping your food fresh.